Hi everybody, and welcome to Lost Genre Ask Reddit, where we'll answer the question, people who are 40 plus and happy with their life, what is your advice to people in their 20s? Daenerys21 says, I am 40 years old and I have 3 pieces of advice for anyone in their 20s. 1. Accept that perfection doesn't exist. Your relationships will have problems. Your car will break down. Someone else will always have a better phone, a new car, or a bigger house than you. No matter where on the social ladder you stand, constantly chasing perfection will keep you permanently stressed. That doesn't mean you should not try to better your life, just know that if you expect perfection, you will never be satisfied. 2. Pay attention to your diet and health. I have been working out at least 4 times per week since my mid-20s. I am fitter, healthier, and look younger than almost everyone else my age. 3. Don't stop doing the things you love. Even though I have a wife, kids, job, etc., I still make time to play video games, draw, write stories, read comics, play basketball, listen to music, etc. There is no reason to become a miserable old bastard. Daenerys also adds an edit. So quite a few people have asked how I find the time to fit in all these hobbies. As I said, I have to make the time. Apart from working out, which I do at 6 AM before everyone else wakes up, I'm not doing these things every day. I only game on the weekend if I get the chance. I read ebooks on my phone when I'm killing time in the day. I may buy a comic 2 or 3 times a year, and I can usually find a few hours in the week to draw. I still make time to chill out with my wife in the evenings and do things with the kids. I just fit my hobbies in between them. I also don't watch much TV or go out, but that's just me. That sounds like a properly balanced life. Quality Katie replies, relax more, don't get angry over little things. To which JWS1121 has to say, this, relax and don't get overly angry. While others talk about material things or experiences, the real lesson is to accept that things won't always go the way you want them to, and that's okay. Didn't marry your perfect spouse? That person doesn't exist. Align expectations to reality and appreciate those who love you for who they are. Or find new people. Didn't buy the perfect car? Oh, well, it still gets you where you're going. Define your criteria for the next one and work towards it. Didn't get the perfect house? Probably not, but it's yours and you can fix it. Didn't get that promotion? Don't be so sure it would have worked out the way you think it would have. Vacation wasn't perfect? Are you sure about that, or were your expectations too high? Point is, relax, enjoy the ride, work to your goals, but remember, none of it matters if you can't enjoy it along the way. That is some solid advice. Noisebarn has to say, I'm 40. This is my input. 1. Everyone is focused on themselves to care too much about their own opinion of you, so f what they think. 2. Social media is only an illusion. 3. Zero debt is an amazing feeling. Think twice before dropping that down payment on that fully loaded 2020 Dream Mobile that offers nothing but looks and depreciates value quickly. 4. Falling out of love is perhaps more powerful than falling in love. 5. Use up all of your vacation time or sick time at work. 6. Don't lose sight of the hobbies you enjoyed as a child. They will help you live as you grow older. 7. Family is not necessarily blood, but instead who you would bleed for. 8. There are just as much benefits to being a night owl as there are to being an early bird. 9. Forgive yourself first before forgiving others. And 10. Do not be a doormat in submission, but hold the door open in kindness. Melissa Hawley says, get a regular exercise routine going and stick to it like your quality of life depends on it, because it does. To which Lord Necro has to add, I exercised a lot in my mid-20s, then stopped. After having a kid while in my mid-30s, I am trying to get back into shape and doing a lot of weightlifting. I can't believe I stopped for so many years. Find an exercise you like. I hated treadmills and bikes, but love my rowing machine because I can watch TV. I didn't really like home gyms, but I'm enjoying doing an entire routine with a barbell. It is way easier to keep up exercising if you find something you enjoy, or at least don't hate. I also used a one-on-one trainer until quarantine started, who pushed me to keep me motivated. Expensive, but it was totally worth it for me. This is really good advice, especially the part about finding an exercise you like. Because when you enjoy it, it just doesn't seem like hard work and it helps you stay healthy. Yeah, well, okay has to say. I was a raging alcoholic in my 20s and thought I would never recover from it. I never found a real job using my first degree or my master's. Part of it was because I was always drunk. Part of it was the job market at the time. I went back to school in my 30s and found something I like a whole lot more. Now I'm married, nearly 10 years sober, and have a great job. My point is, if you end up on the wrong path or don't like where you are, there's always time to turn around and change it. Too many people just assume they're stuck where they are and are stuck with the issues they have. 30 Helens Agree has to say, take care of your teeth. This is the only set you're ever going to have and you don't want to neglect them and mess them up like I did. I've got crap tons of fillings which don't last forever and need replacement. A filling isn't as good as the real thing and filled teeth can break, requiring crowns. I have 2 and it sucks. Brush and floss thoroughly every single day without exception. Hell, get an electric toothbrush, see the dentist regularly, ditch the sugary drinks. That's some advice I would have loved to have gotten when I was in my 20s. I didn't completely neglect my teeth, but I could have definitely taken better care of them. Delude Swolled Man has to say, everything you get becomes something you have. Learn how to be happy having things instead of getting them. Lip Sweater says, start saving now for your retirement. Avoid debt, floss daily, exercise daily. May your blades never dull says, it's not a race. Stop comparing yourself to others. Just because they did things sooner than you doesn't mean they're happier or better. Try to start good habits. It is a little rough at first, but in a few years it will be second nature. Do this with things like cooking, cleaning, saving money, and self-care. It is okay to not like someone. It is also okay to have someone not like you. People are going to not like you for no reason. That is okay. It's a them issue, not a you issue. Don't be an ass to everyone and give them reason to dislike you, but also know that you're under no obligation to put up with someone else's bad friendship. There is no shame in seeing a mental health professional. Wow, just when you think everything is starting to repeat, something fresh and good comes along that is just as good advice. I really like the one about accepting that not everybody's gonna like you and that you're not gonna like everybody. I would add that you don't need to bend over backwards to make everybody around you comfortable. Chad303 wants to share, when I was 22, an older gentleman asked me how old I was and then told me, Chad303, when you are twice that age, you'll be twice the man you are today. I almost considered it a slight in that moment, but time has proven him wise. Here I am, twice that age and, in my humble estimation, twice the man than I was then. I believe this chiefly because I have learned that kindness is not a weakness, humility serves you better than pride, and cruelty is a fool's game. Army Message has to say, don't put yourself in ridiculous amount of debt trying to portray a certain image. You'll spend your entire life trying to get out of the hole you dug, or you'll have to declare bankruptcy. Set aside enough money to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses for emergency just like now. Moreover, save now for your retirement years. It doesn't require much, and if you have it taken directly from your paycheck, you won't be inclined to not pay yourself first. Take care of your body. Exercise to maintain a healthy weight and good cardiovascular health. As you get older, it's much harder to maintain these. Enjoy the days of your youth without going overboard. There is nothing wrong with having a good time. Yet, if you are always waking up wondering what happened last night, why you can't remember how you spent so much money, or you always have a hangover, you should tone it down a bit. Don't take advice or criticism as a personal attack. Most times, the people who care about you have observed behavior in you which is off-putting, doesn't reflect who you really are, or would make you a more rounded person. Here, Tappy Taps would like to add to the part about putting yourself in ridiculous amount of debt trying to portray a certain image. They say, this, 1,000,000 times over. Once you get over the need to impress others, it's not only freeing financially, it's so freeing emotionally as well. Live life for you. People aren't nearly as concerned with what you have and what you do as you think they are. That is very true. Purplelicious has to say, it's never too late to start again. All in my 20s, I thought I couldn't just restart my career or dump a useless boyfriend or go back to school because I was already on a certain trajectory. Made my choices, now I gotta make the best of it. That's total bullshit. You have no idea how incredibly young you are and how much time you have to do whatever you want to do. When I figured this out, I found the man of my dreams, had a kid in my late 30s, dropped my entire career in my late 40s, and starting a new one at 50, and it's awesome. There is so much truth to these words. The fact that the Great Gatsby could reinvent himself means that so can you. J Party would like to say, don't fall for the trap that your life needs to be one long narrative that you should be building. Life is best when it's a bunch of happy moments that just happen to be connected. Don't try to make your life into a novel, make it a book of poems. Unapologetically C has to say, go have an adventure of a lifetime. Don't put it off. Make plans for your money. Stay out of debt. You don't need that new car, watch, handbag, etc. Material items are not worth your sanity. Have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Don't waste time on anyone who disrespects you. Have a backbone, but don't be rude. Not everything needs your reaction. Find someone you can spend endless time with. Talk about ideas, not people. Above all, what anyone thinks. I'll be 41 this year. Now that was a packed paragraph of a lot of advice. Really good one at that. Charcuterie would like to say, I'm 46 and here's what I know. 1. Money is important, but it's not the end-all be-all. It will not listen to your problems or hug you when you need it. 2. Watch your weight, your blood pressure, and do not smoke. 75% of my patients that have the most serious diagnosis have at least one of these 3 factors. 3. Comparison will rob you of joy. Be happy for others, but don't feel like you need to be like them. 4. Let go of the little things. Stress will kill you. 5. Chase your dreams. Life goes by so fast. You don't want to be 80 years old and regretting not traveling, pursuing your passion, etc. 6. You cannot change someone. Whether a friend or a partner, their faults will not get better and you cannot rescue them. Don't waste your life on toxic people. 7. Make a point of performing kind acts for others. It will greatly enrich your life. Now, go get your life. Those are all great pieces of advice. Some are overlapping, of course, but well, that's because they're common life lessons. How about you guys? What do you guys think? For those of you watching that are in your 40s, what would be your advice? I'm turning 41 this year, and my advice would be the following. 1. Money should never be the goal. Money is the mean, so don't chase money for the sake of money. Yes, it's important to be financially stable and, save for your future, but money is not the goal. The goal is what you're going to do with that money, and that should make you happy. 2. The world is not going to stop turning just because you feel bad or you tripped or something. So there's no time to waste to wallow in self-pity. If you feel bad about yourself for something, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going forward. That one is linked to my number 3, which is there is only one life. You don't get to live twice, so live life for you and for the ones that you love. Don't live life for what people expect of you or what you think people are expecting of you. One case is don't live or don't have the career your parents are expecting you to have. Have the career that's going to make you happy. 4. Assholes exist and they're in the wild all around the place. Don't let them bitter your day. This basically translates to you can't avoid toxic people, just don't let them influence you. And 5 is try to live a life that you will remember. That may sound weird, but imagine yourself in your deathbed and think back about your life. What are the things that you're going to remember? What are the things that are going to make you say, I'm ready, I'm done? And that's it for me so far. That's what I've learned in these almost 41 years of life on this planet. I'm sure that there's so much more out there that I'm going to be learning. Maybe when I'm 80 I might make another list, I don't know. But in the meantime, we've reached the end of the video. I really hope you liked it. This was a really nice video to make. If you did like it, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please join our community and just hit that subscribe button. And if you have any advice you want to share with people, go ahead and put it in the comments section. And having said that, I'll see you guys on the next video.